It's the 11th day of the 11th month of the 24th year in the year 2024. This is the Legends Edition, coming to you live from Broadcasting House, Nairobi, Kenya. And top in this bulletin,
tungetaka kuambia wageni wakitembea waheshimu viongozi wa ile nchi wametembea.
Don't lecture us. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua tells off South African opposition politician Julius Malema for criticizing President William Ruto's government.
Hiyo ninasema tumefanya uchunguzi na wiki ijayo mtatoboa.
Raila's probe on high cost of living and fuel. The Azimio leader attributes the ever-rising trend to corruption and cartels. The National Police Service mass wedding. 32 police couples tie the knot in a colorful ceremony at the Embakasi Police Training College. Tales of teenage motherhood. Stigma, low self-esteem and distress are some of the harsh realities that girls in Nakuru slums undergo. And in sports, both men and women Kenyan rugby teams humble Uganda to win the Elgon Cup. We're glad you made this your choice for this evening. Our sign language interpreter is Lucy Mora, and I'm Edmund Mudibo. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has dismissed South African opposition politician Julius Malema for criticizing President William Ruto's administration, saying Kenyans can handle their issues internally. The DP has also asked the opposition leaders to be objective in criticizing the Kenya Kwanza administration. Speaking during the 8th anniversary celebration of the Malindi Diocese at ACK St. Thomas in Kilifi County, Gachagua defended President Ruto's foreign travel, saying the head of state is looking for partnerships to complement taxes for development. Gachagua has at the same time confirmed that he will convene a stakeholders meeting to strategize on ending drugs and substance abuse at the coast region.
Tungetaka kuambia wageni wakitembea waheshimu viongozi wa ile nchi wametembea. Sisi tumetembea nchi za ng'ambo na tunaenda tunakaa, hatuwezi kumtusi rais wa nchi ya ng'ambo. Hatuwezi ingilia siasa ya huko. Hivi karibuni kabla hatujaenda Christmas nitaweka kongamano la stakeholders wote. Hao viongozi, magavana wetu wote, senators, members of parliament, na wakuu wetu wa serikali, county commissioner na timu yake, polisi, DCI, tuanze kuangalia hii mihadarati imetuhangaisha hapa pwani, tutafanya nini?
Muwapatie hawa viongozi wetu wawili, rais na naibu wa rais, nafasi ya kuongoza hii nchi.
Na mimi naona itakuwa sawa kuambia watu wa coast, kwa sababu ile subira ndio tunaongelea. Let us not leave coast. Let us not leave Kilifi. Let us wait for the promise ambaye the deputy president na president wetu walitu.
And just to reconfirm, the caption should have read Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Azimio leader Raila Amolo Odinga says his outfit undertook investigations on who and what is responsible for the rising cost of living and fuel prices, saying that he will reveal their findings in the coming week. Speaking in Siaya County during the official launch of the ODM nationwide recruitment drive, the former premier claims that corruption has played a big role in fueling anger at the pump. Here is our reporter Abdiaziz Hashim with more details on that story.
The Orange Democratic Movement ODM leader Raila Amolo Odinga pitched tent in Siaya County. where he officially launched a nationwide recruitment drive in a bid to enhance its image ahead of the 2027 polls. The Azimio principal threw jabs at the ruling alliance for not solving the issue of the cost of living and the rising fuel prices.
The cost of living has gone up. The people of Kenya are suffering. Gharama maisha imepanda.
Raila stated that the coalition investigated the cause of the economic hardships, citing corruption is among the key challenges.
That's why amesema anakwenda Dar es Salaam kupitia mafuta kutoka Tanzania. Je, hii ni sawasawa? Hii ni sawasawa? Hiyo ninasema tumefanya uchunguzi na wiki ijayo mtatoboa. Mtatoboa.
Leaders who accompanied the Azimio principal have called on the Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka-led wing of the National Dialogue Committee to forego the talks, claiming it has not achieved its purpose, with Kenyans still reeling from the effects of the harsh economic times. Siaya Governor James Orengo has called for the heads of those ODM leaders branded as rebels for decamping the Orange Party and aligning themselves with the ruling alliance.
Kwa sababu Raila Amolo Odinga ametupatia wabunge wengi na kuna wabunge wengine wametusaliti wakaenda kwa Kenya Kwanza. Siaya ndiye amekuwa na wasaliti wengi zaidi.
The ODM leader Backyard has 282,140 members with 533,593 registered voters. The leading constituency within the devolved unit are Alego Usonga with 63,755 members, Bondo with 50,874 members, and Ugenya has 49,562 members. The recruitment exercise will be carried out in Homa Bay, Migori, Kisii, Nyamira, and Kisumu respectively. The exercise is set to conclude in March 2024. Abdiaziz Hashim for Legends Edition.
Any news just coming in, we wish to update that this is from Kenya Power Lighting Company. We have lost power supplies to parts of the country and our engineers are working to restore supply to the affected areas. We apologize to our customers for the inconvenience caused. An update on restoration progress and cause of the power outage will be issued later. That is a statement from KPLC. A 22-year-old female student from Kisii National Polytechnic has been allegedly murdered by her former boyfriend. The late Lucy Bouquet was allegedly stabbed by her estranged boyfriend in her house in Jogo Estate in Kisii town. In Thika, a human rights activist is nursing wounds at a Thika hospital after he was attacked by thugs in his house. The thugs then made away with his mobile phone and a laptop containing sensitive documents. Frederick Parsayo files the story.
Confirming the incident, Kisii Central OCPD Isaac Kimwele said the suspect had been in a relationship with a 22-year-old Kisii Polytechnic student, but they had since broken up.
The lady had actually been killed by the boyfriend who is said to be the former boyfriend, because from what we got is that this lady is an ex-girlfriend of the guy.
Hata si tulisikia tu nduru. Kukuja tukapata huyo kijana amefunga mlango, tukashindwa kufungua. Sasa hiyo time yote tunangangana hadi ifunguke. Tukapata Lucy alikuwa shaenda.
The suspect, who escaped death narrowly from members of the public who are paying for his blood, is currently being held in police custody.
The young man who had been subjected to mob injustice by the angry members of public was rescued by the police, and he was taken to the same hospital for treatment.
The suspect, aged 25, is a student of the same institution. It is believed that he had traveled all the way from Kuria in Migori County before executing the inhuman act. Separately, a human rights activist is nursing wounds at a Thika hospital after he was attacked by thugs. It is believed that James Macharia Mwangi, who is the chair of an ungovernmental organization known as African Center for Correction and Prevention Action, was attacked by a gang of 6 at Baboromoko Estate near Chania River in Thika.
We are hoping and praying that it is a normal incident, but if you look at the kind of attack and the way it was orchestrated, for sure you can see that it is not something out of ordinary.
According to officials of the African Center for Correction and Prevention Action, the attack will be connected to a pending court case seeking justice for the late Agnes Wanjiru, who was allegedly murdered in Nanyuki by an alleged foreign soldier. Right now, there's a lot of things we are doing. Some matters I may not be able to comment because active in court. And also there's another matter we had filed against the British Army Training Unit in Nanyuki for causing fire in Laikipia, in Lodaiga in Laikipia County. The activist is believed to be involved in the compensation plea on behalf of Lol Diaga community in Nanyuki, Laikipia County. Parsai Frederick, reporting for Legends Edition.
The spouse of the Deputy President, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, presided over the National Police Service uniformed mass wedding for 32 couples at the Embakasi Police Training College. The event, witnessed by families and friends of the police officers, was characterized by pomp and color. Pastor Dorcas encouraged more officers to take advantage of the opportunity to legalize their unions for the benefit of their families, asking that the her office intends to make it an annual affair.
Pomp and color characterized the National Police Service uniformed mass wedding at the Embakasi Police Training College in Nairobi County. The dance here from the men in uniform, a clear indication that indeed this was a momentous occasion that they will remember their entire lives.
The family institution is facing many challenges today. I urge you to never give up on your marriage, never ever to give up on your family, and never ever give up on hope. Marriage works.
Eric Muturi, a 28-year-old and 26-year-old Alice Muturi, were the youngest couple among the 32 couples that solemnized their marriages. Eric saying financial constraints made it difficult for him to officially wed his bride.
Kufanya harusi kuna kuanga na cost mingi. Aswa maybe kuplan nini, reception, vitu kama hizo. But since it is catered for, inakuwa rahisi.
Tunataka kurudishia Her Excellency. Thank you, a big thank you for choosing this day for us.
According to Kiambu County Police Chaplain Timothy Maina, this step of faith will restore more families and marriages. Chaplain Maina noting such a ceremony is very significant to families.
Sometimes you see some killing, it is not physical. It is not the nature of our work is bad, but it is the family battles. And I can tell you the significance not only that it is now enjoying and all that. There are battles that will never ever come near them, and they will live to satisfaction just because their battle have been won.
Titus Barasa, police officer serving Makueni, says the marriage certificate is a significant document in his marriage.
Let her continue supporting this particular matrimonial wedding for our officers, because it is giving us an opportunity to feel like we have a second opportunity, a second chance again.
Nashukuru Mungu sana kwa ajili ya Mama Dorcas kuandaa siku ya leo kuwa chinzi ilivyo. We are really so happy and we really appreciate her so much.
The uniform wedding is in line with the agenda of the Office of the Spouse of the Deputy President on restoration of family values. Timothy Kipnusu for Legends Edition.
Stigma, low esteem, and tales of teenage motherhood are some of the harsh realities that girls in Nakuru slums are grappling with. The situation is further worsened by the stigma that comes from family and friends. And to turn the sad tales into one of hope, a Nakuru-based lobby group has come to the aid of the distressed child moms to offer them a second chance to change their fate and build their self-esteem. Here is Joseph Ohungu with a story of resilience.
Nakuru's Free Area Estate. Here we meet Winston Atieno, a teenage mother who got pregnant at the age of 19 years while in school. Life, she says, has never been the same. She has had to cope with the harsh realities of life as she struggles to fend for herself and her baby.
Hapo mwanzo sikuwa naweza kusimama mbele ya watu. Nilikuwa naogopa maana vile nilipata mtoto kama niko mdogo, niliona kama mimi si mtu wa maana katika hii dunia.
The emotional Atieno further narrates how she developed mental health issues after her close relatives abandoned her when she conceived.
Sikuwa nimejipanga kupata mtoto. Nile na watu tuseme tu ni ajali, tuseme kama ni ajali maana sikuwa nimetarajia kupata mtoto hiyo wakati. Nilikuwa shule na ule nilipata mtoto iliweza kunirudisha nyuma kabisa. Nilikuwa na mawazo, niliingia into depression ambapo sikuwa nimetarajia yani naweza pata mtoto wakati huo.
Not only do girls in Atieno's situation face mental health challenges, but also low self-esteem, as we found out from Lucy Wangari. In her case, she was forced to drop out of school after she fell pregnant.
Nakumbuka hadi time ya corona, uko na mtoto, huna job, unakaa kwa nyumba, hamuna food.
Her predicament made even worse owing to societal stigma. Their plight, however, seemingly seemed to have caught the attention of well-wishers, among them a Nakuru-based lobby group that stepped in to offer them counseling and training on life skills and income-generating activities. According to the organization's director, Cosmas Mutua, the program aims to empower and give teenage mothers a second chance.
Tuliona kwamba wanapitia changamoto wengi wamepata watoto wakiwa wachanga, wanapitia changamoto si haba, tukaona tuwalete pamoja tuweze kuempower.
He says over 30 young mothers from Nakuru East and Nakuru West constituencies have benefited from the program that entails training in beadwork, detergent and soap making.
Tumewatrain vitu kadhaa, kuunda sabuni, kazi ya mkono. Tunajua siku hizi makazi hakuna. Makazi imekuwa haba, lakini tukaona kwamba tuwafunze zile skills wanaweza jifanyia na mikono yao. Maana wengine utakuta kwamba alidrop shule, hakuweza kumalizia kile skuli. Kwa hivyo atisa aweze kujifanyia kitu ndio aweze kujisaidia.
With Lucy and Winston expressing hope that the training will cushion them from the harsh economic times. But there's still more that needs to be done to restore hope among teenage mothers. Hadija Shaban, a counselor at the center, and Nakuru Chief Officer for Gender and Social Services Gladys Kamuren are calling for concerted effort to address teenage pregnancy in the area.
Wawakubali hawa wasichana. Sometimes makosa utendeka na mtoto akinyia paja ulikati unalifuta.
Tuko na bill ambaye ni gender bill ambaye saa hizi iko very advanced stage katika kupitishwa, na one of the factors ambaye tumeweka ni kusupport teenage mothers na pia kuweza kureduce teenage pregnancies.
For Legends Edition, I'm Joseph Wahungu.
And just before we take our first break, just to update a press release from KPLC regarding a partial power outage, that we have lost power supply to parts of the country and our engineers are working to restore supply to the affected areas. We apologize to our customers for the inconvenience caused. An update on restoration of the progress and the cause of the power outage will be issued later. Thus, a press release from KPLC regarding partial power outage. Well, it's time to take our first break. Don't go too far because there's plenty more on the other side.
Cheza Loto Moto. School fees mtoto imelipwa, lakini bado tunataka kuendelea throughout.
Loto Moto imekuja kwa maisha yetu when I needed it the most. That is all I can say for now. I'm so grateful. May God bless you.
Cheza Loto Moto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
In the name of Jesus Christ. Mungu anatarajia ukanyange hatua mbele. Wengine wametawaliwa na uchawi, wakati wao umefika. Wewe umenitazama siku ya leo. Neema na kibali cha Bwana kikawe juu ya maisha yako.
Final of the inaugural African Football League, showcasing the best of African club football, enters the second leg this Sunday, the 12th of November 2023. Mamelodi Sundowns host Wydad Casablanca at the Loftus Versfeld Stadium in Pretoria. Will Sundowns come back from a goal down and claim the $4 million top prize, or will Wydad hold on to their lead and claim the trophy? Find out on Sunday, 12th of November at 4 p.m. East African time. Live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Welcome back. The number of children dying from pneumonia in the last decade has significantly reduced in the country. This has been attributed to the introduction of the pneumonia vaccine, which is administered to children during the immunization schedule. As Kenya joined the world in marking the World Pneumonia Day, parents have been urged to ensure they have their children immunized to protect them from what could otherwise be fatal disease. Joy Joanne has filed this story.
Kenya joined the world in marking World Pneumonia Day today under the theme championing the fight to stop pneumonia. Over the years, Kenya, which is the first country in Africa to incorporate the pneumonia vaccine into their immunization schedule, has seen the mortality rate of children under the age of 5 significantly reduce. Irene Mushoki, the County Executive Committee member, Health, Wellness and Nutrition representative, further enumerated the strides that Kenya has made in the fight against pneumonia.
According to the Kenya Demographic Health Survey of 2022 result, Kenya has shown reasonable improvement of under 5 mortality rate from 55 per thousand in 2014 to 41 per thousand in 2022.
Speaking during the event, Dr. Isaac Bashir, head of the Directorate of Family Health, urged Kenyans, especially mothers with young children and caregivers, to seek the pneumonia vaccine since the disease is preventable and curable.
To educate our public, to tell you that there is help available, and let's work together to make sure that our children don't die because of pneumonia.
Signs and symptoms of pneumonia include a cough, which may produce greenish, yellow or bloody mucus, fever and sweating, rapid shallow breathing, sharp or stabbing chest pains, among others.
Asante sana.
Acting Director General for Health, Dr. Patrick Amoth, emphasized the need for parents and guardians to prioritize their children's health and help the Ministry of Health in fighting pneumonia and other ailments.
Parents and caregivers, I implore you to be attentive to your children's health. Seek immediate medical attention when you notice signs and symptoms of pneumonia. Our presence here is a manifestation of our commitment to be able to work with all partners at all levels to ensure that we improve the health of our children.
Member of Parliament Embakasi West, Mark Murithi, called on the county government of Nairobi to help put up a health facility for residents of Molem so they can access health services with ease.
Because sisi watu wanakuwa forced. Mama Lucy, unaenda vitanda zimejaa, unaanza kuambiwa lazima uende KU, unaambiwa uende Kenyatta, Kenyatta nayo imejaa. So these people end up going to private hospitals where the bills are too high.
John Junge for Legends Edition.
Hundreds of people from different religious backgrounds flocked Jamia Mosque on Saturday to learn more about the Islamic teachings during the institution's open day. According to Sheikh Muhammad Isaac, who was the lead organizer of the exercise, such initiatives enlightens people of other faith and nurtures religious harmony.
Jamia Mosque, Nairobi.
The Jamia Mosque Open Day was marked with a series of activities including a guided tour of the mosque, open discussions, opportunity for non-Muslims to watch live Islamic prayers, Islamic exhibitions, how to conduct prayers and Islamic literature. In the day-long exercise, imams and other religious leaders also taught about the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, followed by interactive sessions where Muslim clerics and scholars helped in answering questions. Sheikh Muhammad Isaac, the lead organizer of the exercise, said the attendees sought deep understanding of Islam, which encourages harmony in the society.
Tunaamini ya kuwa tunapoelewana vyema na tunapojuana vizuri, mimi ninapomjua mtu wa dini nyingine, anaponijua mimi, anapoelewa Uislamu, basi hiyo itarahisisha sisi kuweza kuishi kwa amani, kwa umoja na kuweza kusukuma gurudumu la nchi pamoja mbele.
Sheikh Muhammad says the exercise seeks to demystify the myths surrounding the religion of Islam.
Kuna wengi ambao labda walikuwa hawana ufahamu sawa wa Uislamu, wataweza kupata ufahamu sawa wa Uislamu. Labda kuna wale ambao kupitia sources zingine walikuwa wamejenga chuki kuhusiana na Uislamu, lakini leo watasikia na kuona Uislamu ulivyo.
For some of those who turned up for the tour, it was a life-changing experience.
I often judge and come up with ideas that our mind create, but they're not actually the reality when you're inside the mosque. So it's such a beautiful opportunity to come, to be part of the local Islamic community in Nairobi, to see the unity that we create when we're all in this space together.
Kuna wale ambao wanakuja, yani ni mwanamke lakini anakataa kuvaa hijab. Kwa sababu tumeweka hijab pale uko chini, hata akiingia msikitini anajifunike, lakini anasema yeye hataki kufunika hijab mpaka afike afundishwe kuhusu hijab, kwa nini Waislamu wanajifunika funika.
Over 450 people turned up for a tour of the mosque.
A KC court has acquitted Bobasi legislator Innocent Obiri over charges of incitement, malicious damage to property and obstruction, allegedly committed some 5 years ago. KC Court Chief Magistrate Nathan Luther also set free the MP's bodyguard, Police Constable Charles Nyakweba, over the same charges.
The court made a finding that the first accused person cannot be prosecuted on count 4.
In his judgment, the magistrate noted that the prosecution had failed to prove the charges against the duo.
I therefore find that the prosecution has not proved all the charges against the accused persons beyond reasonable doubt, and I proceed to acquit them under section 215 CPC.
They were accused of allegedly committing the offense at a private quarry at Nyamunema village within the constituency. Lawyer Kato Kegan, representing Obiri, said the charges were fabricated and commended the court for vindicating the accused persons.
And I must say, influence my being charged for the purpose of silencing me.
All these were meant to discourage him from doing his work as an MP, representing his constituents and complaining on their behalf when they are prejudiced.
Elsewhere, a woman was arraigned at Kehancha locus for allegedly committing 5 offenses, among them possession of cutting materials and participating in FGM activities.
Mentioned on 14 November 2023 before Court 1 for facts and further directions.
Finally, a case where 15 accused persons from the Special Service Unit, a KWS officer and an NIS officer continued.
They have been claiming that they want to help them out and they have been extorting the family money. And the question has been, where have these contacts of these family persons been retrieved?
Kahawa Locus Principal Magistrate Gideon Oenga slapped the suspects with a cash bail of 1 million Kenya shillings or an alternative bond of 3 million Kenya shillings.
Unfortunately, upon considering the affidavit sworn by the investigating officer hearing, I find that the same is replete with allegations from unidentified third parties. The allegations are also broad and general, and they are devoid of any specific instances of alleged acts of interference.
The pre-trial is set for 24th November 2023.
Engineer Edwin Mararo Lekiriap has been installed as the new spokesperson of the Ilchamus community. The Ma-speaking community residing in Baringo County is one of the minority communities which still follow the traditional ways of identifying leaders of the community. And as Timothy Kipnusu reports, the colorful events saw the rites of passage happening inside the cattle kraal, with the new spokesperson handed over a spear and a traditional seat to signify that he has been accepted by the elders to serve as the new spokesperson.
The coronation ceremony of Engineer Edwin Mararo Lekiriap as a new spokesperson of the Ilchamus community. And as per tradition, the coronation process starts with identifying a suitable and upright person in the community by the elders. And on the day of installation, the process starts in the morning with the blessing of the individual and his family by his age mates, signifying the handing over of the person to the elders in the community. The blessing is done inside the house with his wife and kids, whereby the selected age mates drink milk from a gourd and sprinkle it on the person while uttering blessings to him. The second ceremony takes place at the cattle kraal to signify that the chosen person is now an elder, given that the community performs rites and passage inside the cattle kraal.
Huyu ni mtu ambayo tumetazama kwa makini sana na tukaona ametosha. Kwa hivyo ndio tukaamua leo hii wacha tuafiche, na alafu umma wote na Kenya msema kwa jumla wajue community ya Ilchamus wako na utaratibu wao wa kuchagua kiongozi.
Engineer Lekiriap received a traditional seat and other leadership tools, including a special robe and a spear.
Sasa hizi silaha ambazo tumempatia ni wazee ndio wanakuja kupeana hiyo mamlaka. Sisi sababu ni ndio tunapewa, ikawa ni kwamba wazee ndio wanaona kufanya nini? Kupeana hiyo mamlaka.
Finally, the person is allowed to work on the cattle shed. The new spokesperson said he is ready for the task ahead.
Kama wazee wenye wako nyumbani, kama kina mama, kama kina vijana, hata kama professionals wetu wako pahali wako, tukuje tuungane pamoja, tufanye kazi, tufanyie Ilchamus. Sababu nia hii yetu yote ni kufanyia Ilchamus kazi, si kujifanyia kazi, kufanyia kuona watoto wetu na kina mama wetu wanakaa vizuri kama vile watu wengine.
He revealed how he managed to win the heart of the elders to accord him such a honor of being their elder.
Nashukuru sana wazee kwa kuniita, waliniita na nikaitikia. Tukaongea na wazee, tukaongea na professionals, tukaongea na political leaders.
Timothy Kipnusu for Legends Edition.
And still in Baringo County, leaders have called on area residents to live harmoniously and shun retrogressive culture of cattle rustling. The leaders who spoke during a cultural festival say the menace is slowing down development in the region. This and other stories in our county wrap.
Speaking during festival music competition, the leaders pledged to collaborate in preaching peace in the volatile areas that have seen the resurgence of insecurity at the borders of Baringo North, Baringo South and Tiati.
Tumewaleta pamoja na kuwaleta pamoja ni njia moja ambaye tunaeneza mambo ya amani na tunaeneza mambo ya watu kuishi kwa pamoja.
Kaunti yetu imeangaziwa kitaifa kama sehemu ambayo kuna changamoto ya amani, na ni njia moja ya kuleta uwiano kwa jamii zetu wote ambao wanaishi katika eneo la Baringo.
Elsewhere, leaders from Uasin Gishu and Kakamega counties have raised concerns over what they may claim as runway insecurity in Matunda along the border of the two counties.
Ni ukweli kwamba wana IG Koome kwamba kuna shida na polisi wetu kila station, na hatujui kama wanapanga na hao wakora ama wanashirikiana style gani, mpaka kwamba mtu amewawa na polisi hao hapa karibu na akuji na
Meanwhile, Traders affiliated to an umbrella body dubbed Mobile Community Association say they may be forced to close down their businesses due to the current tax situation.
I want also to thank you, the county government of Nairobi. The deputy governor came to our event and we are very happy. We were able to give our grievances to him and he said that he is going to tackle many of them.
In other news, a 49-year-old madrasa has been demolished in Utange area of Kisauni constituency, Mombasa, following a land ownership dispute pitting Muslim faithful and a private developer.
Mimi mwenyewe nikiwa kiongozi katika hizi sehemu, nilikuja huku nikapata hizi vitu zimekuwa hapo tokea jadi. Na mimi kama kiongozi ndani ya Mombasa County nimesimamisha ubomozi huu. Tunataka waaskari watumike kwa kusimamisha haki, ima ina maskini ama ima inamlenga tajiri.
Residents of Ngecha Tigoni Ward in Limuru, Kiambu County, are calling on Kiambu County Livestock Department to vaccinate all roaming animals in their ward to guard against the spread of foot and mouth disease amid a suspected outbreak of the disease.
I have vaccinated my animals. The several other farms I know they have vaccinated their animals, which are variable anyway, but they have not. They just came, we don't know where they came from, and they'll be spreading the disease. They should be educated. There's no point of having the 100 animals like the young man has told us he owns, and yet you can't even have the value for that animal.
As they celebrate this year's World Quality Week, the Kenya Bureau of Standards, KEBS, wants micro and small medium enterprises to ensure quality of products and services they offer, saying this will help achieve maximum potential for their products.
KEBS is there. We have a reporting mechanism. So report such cases to KEBS and where necessary, even take legal action to ensure that we protect our consumers.
Well, it's time now for a second break. And don't go too far because it's time to put on our sporting shoes. The other side, we have legend Topi Liambila. Stay with us.
Squeezy barabara ni nywe.
Kenya Roads Board is committed to ensure an efficient road network for a prosperous nation. Kenya Roads Board, your fuel levy network.
Cheza Loto Moto.
We've gone ahead tukamaliza pia school fees ya your other kid.
Thank you God. Asante sana Loto Moto.
Cheza Loto Moto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
Good evening once again and welcome back to the sports segment of the Legends edition this Saturday evening. Start off with the football, the Premiership. Well, Premier League giants Gor Mahia may soon have the luxury of playing their home matches from their own grounds after Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication and Digital Economy, Eliud Owalo, promised to assist the club to secure a home turf. Kogalo have mostly been playing their home matches from either the Nyayo or the Kasarani stadiums, which can accommodate their huge following.
Kenyan soccer giants Gor Mahia will now find it easy to move and honor their matches after finally receiving a 20 million shillings bus handed to them today by Cabinet Secretary for Information Eliud Owalo. And things might even get better for the club that has a huge following in Kenya, after the CS promised to assist them acquire their own home ground where they will be playing their home matches.
Now we want to go a notch higher. We have a bus. The next stop is for us to get a clubhouse and a stadium.
The 20-time Kenyan champions received a customized 42-seater bus today at Kasarani Stadium after losing their previous bus.
I now want to officially hand over this bus to Gor Mahia, and I request the players to now get inside the bus. This bus is now for the club from today henceforth.
Kogalo's first ride in their new bus was to the Kasarani Stadium, where they played Muranga Seal in one of the 6 matches played today, and they will again have the same comfort when they travel to Moroni in 15 days' time for their next league assignments. For Legends Edition, I'm Sela Onyango.
It would be really nice to have all the major clubs in the country having their home turf, but let's get that started. Now, on rugby, the National Rugby 15-a-side team Simbas have won this year's Elgon Cup after beating their rivals Rugby Cranes of Uganda 2013 at the Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Kisumu. This was the second leg match of the tie, with the Ugandans having narrowly won the first leg 21-20 in a match that doubled up as the Victoria Cup final last Sunday at the Kings Park Arena in Kampala, Uganda. This was the 19th edition of the Elgon Cup and the first match in Kisumu between the two teams since 2019, in which the Simbas also emerged victorious. In the women's category, Kenya Lionesses thrashed Lady Cranes Rugby 87-3 at the same venue.
With the conversion there, Jone Kubu.
The Elgon Cup will be staying in Kenya.
You have to show up and you can stand up. There goes another easy try for Stella Wafula.
For once again,
his numbers are plenty on the outside.
This is a try for...
On hockey, the Africa Cup of Club Champions, slated for the 18th to the 26th of this month, is inching closer. And top Kenyan hockey clubs will be traveling to Blantyre, Malawi for the week-long tournament. 3 Kenyan clubs have confirmed participation in the Continental Championship that will be held in Malawi. This will be the 34th edition of the men's tournament and the 25th for the women.
The last edition of the Africa Cup for Club Championship was held in Nairobi early this year, as Egyptian side Shakia was crowned champions in the men's category, while Ghana Revenue Authority was triumphant in the women's cadre. It will be the second time both Kisumu Lakers and Western Jaguars are taking part in the week-long competition after their debut in Nairobi. Record National League champions Blazers are 9-time African champions, but their last title was in 2018 in Abuja, Nigeria, where they beat Ghana Revenue Authority.
Most of our players are just from the Olympic qualifiers that was held in South Africa. So that's a plus for us, for the team, and I know they'll do well.
Regarding the last tournament that we had as a team, at that point, one of our weaknesses was maybe about our fitness levels, and that we have improved very much. And because we improved, even because of that, we did not win the league. But now, because we improved on our fitness levels, and because the team has gelled a bit more now, our fitness levels are up, so we expect a better result. We expect at the least to be in the medal bracket, but we are going for gold.
The team is making a comeback and hopes to win the tournament. The Hockey African Cup for Club Championship tournament is nearing, and the top Kenyan hockey clubs are polishing up for the event. The tournament, which will begin on 18th of this month, will have Blazers hockey team, Lakers team ladies, and their male counterparts. Western Jaguars represent the nation in the continental showpiece. For Legends Edition, I am Nora Mwangi.
Now, meanwhile, Lakers women hockey team has got a shot in the arm ahead of the African Club Championships to be held in Blantyre, Malawi from the 18th to the 26th of this month. The team received a 1 million shilling boost from Rent Coke Africa Limited and comes at a time when self-sponsored club is financially struggling ahead of their continental assignment. Let's take a look.
Lakers women hockey team has been boosted with 1 million shilling sponsorship before competing in the Africa Club Championship mid this month. Lakers made their appearance in February in the Club Championship in Nairobi after finishing 4th ahead of Blazers and Strathmore University.
Right now we are in position 2. We still have 6 matches at hand, which is an opportunity for us
Lakers will be joined by Western Jaguars, who are the country's sole men representative and former champions Blazers. The men's event will feature El Sharkia of Egypt, Scorpions, Parachute and Genetrix from Malawi, Kada Stars and Police Machine of Nigeria, and Kampala Club of Uganda.
Million Kenya shilling is just not a financial contribution. It's an investment in your dream, appreciation, aspiration, resilience of you young athletes.
Defending champions GRA of Ghana will lead the women's event together with Lakers and Blazers from Kenya, El Sharkia from Egypt, Kada Queens and Delta Queens from Nigeria, and Genetrix, Scorpions and Capital Braves of Malawi.
On chess, 16 chess players, 8 men and 8 women, have been selected to represent Kenya at the Winter Deaf Olympics following their national trials held today by the Deaf Chess Federation and Chess Kenya in Nairobi. More than 40 deaf players turned up for the qualifiers as they all battle for the 16 available slots in Team Kenya for the games to be held in Turkey early next year. Our reporter Nora Mwangi caught up with the players during the competition and she filed this report.
Teams of hearing-impaired chess players from various parts of the country today converged at KCB Sports Ground in Ruaraka for the one-day Deaf Olympics qualifiers, which was also the first Deaf National Championship tournament. The opening event attracted participants across all age groups, and only 16 players were selected as the provisional team that will be sent to the national team camp.
We've been having challenges in terms of training, and we've not been having this championship. So now that we're here together as the players, we've seen that the confidence is growing. Like myself, when I came here, I was really apprehensive. I had a bit of fear in me, but when I sat down, and I knew that I know the game, when you start and you learn from each other, it has helped a lot.
Before, we had a very few number of players for the national championship. But now we have had so many people have come even to participate and to spectate. And I feel so many people are participating in this championship and we can make it.
The team will be making its debut in the Winter Deaf Olympics indoor sport with the aim of gaining experience and also having a podium finish.
This is the first time we are having this tournament because many times the deaf have been participating and competing. And we also have International Deaf Olympics. So we wanted to be independent from the persons with disabilities.
The Winter Deaf Olympics will be held in Turkey and will run from March 2nd to 12th, 2024.
I'm sure all these teams come together, we work together, the sport will grow in Kenya. And as you can see, chess is an all-inclusive, a very diverse sport. Anybody can play, and we're trying to reach to every single individual.
The Deaf Chess Federation is also looking at popularizing chess sport among the deaf community from deaf institutions, hearing-impaired clubs, and also among deaf individuals showing interest in the sport.
We have 50 students who can play chess, but we only have 2 chess boards. So in terms of facility and being a game that is not under Ministry of Education calendar, getting support sometimes is very difficult.
The first Deaf National Chess Championship tournament has kicked off here at the KCB Sports Club. This tournament is meant to select a team of 12 players who are going to represent the nation come next year at the Winter Deaf Olympics in Turkey. Nora Mwangi for Legends Edition.
We shall now take a short commercial break. Don't go away. When we come back, there's more from the sporting world.
Cheza Loto Moto.
School fees ya mtoto imelipwa, lakini bado tunataka kuendelea throughout.
Loto Moto imekuja kwa maisha yetu when I needed it the most. That is all I can say for now. I'm so grateful. May God bless you.
Cheza Loto Moto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
Oh, welcome back. Still on the chess scene. Elsewhere, the Gift of Chess organization conducted a chess mentorship program at 4 different children's homes at the Mthiga Hope Center in Gatundu with the aim of empowering young talents. Over 100 chess players from the 4 children homes took part in the program. Let's take a listen.
Mudibo Hope Center, Familia Moja, Ruiru Children's Home and Happy Life were among the beneficiaries of chess mentorship program held today in Gatundu. The mentorship was hosted by Gift of Chess, junior national champions, senior chess players and coaches, and was aimed at empowering chess players, growing the sport, revealing the benefits of the game and celebrating the excellence of the young talents.
I make sure they develop the passion in chess, because once you have the passion, you continue doing it. You become persistent. You don't give up. Yeah, you don't give up. So I normally advise them to make sure that they continue learning, because learning has to be continuous.
It feels really good helping all these kids. They learn chess. We get to know their talents. I've gotten to travel to other countries. I've represented Kenya. I've gone to around 10 countries because of chess.
The initiative is set to provide life skills by teaching the children the game, giving mentorship to the less privileged, and to adequately facilitate the sport amongst the children.
Chess helps in critical thinking and training kids in the game of chess. You're helping them have some creative, critical thinking, and the game can keep them busy and take them far. And it has been proved to help them improve in education.
I think we just have a basic duty to try to help kids with the bare minimum. We can't fix every problem in the world, but just by providing the basic tools, they will figure the rest out for themselves. So I think any sponsor, you should look for the simplest way to solve the problem and just focus on that and let the people figure the rest out.
The Gift of Chess will now shift focus to Inter-Home Chess Tournament next month. King Orimwangi for Legends Edition.
Now in swimming, the Kiambu Inter-County Swimming Championship started today at the M-Pesa Foundation Academy in Thika with over 50 clubs participating. Wangare Kenya and Kyla Camille won the girls 10 to 11 year category in the 2-day event which comes to a close tomorrow. Let's take a look.
Wangari Kenya won the girls 10 to 11 year category ahead of Kyla Camille and Gitau Scarlett, who came in 2nd and 3rd positions respectively.
The events were good. I think that I did really well, and I hope I get my timings to go for the national galas.
In the girls 12 to 14 years category, Alala Marion led the group with fantastic skills, with Leboy Vakina following her closely in the 2nd position, while Awiti Hawi came 3rd.
Look at the times of all the events we have had and select the best that have participated in our series during the year. These are the swimmers who are going to form the Kiambu County team.
Meanwhile, in the boys 10 to 11 years category, Kingsley Dylan, Weru Jeremy and Kariuki Ethan took the 1st and 2nd, 3rd positions respectively.
Today's event, it has been partially sponsored by the county government, which is a very big plus for us. And it's actually the first ever to be done. And as it is, we can see a very bright future moving forward.
Olengo Neo led the boys 12 to 13 years category ahead of Mugo Chris, who came in 2nd, while Ryan Thomas took the 3rd position. Meanwhile, the 11th edition of the World Aquathon took place at Josna Primary School swimming pool in Ruai, with more competitors taking part this year compared to last year's event. The event was the 4th of its kind to be held in Kenya, with competitors going through many drills in a pool. The event, organized by Angel Fish Swim Enterprises, was conducted by trainer Jen Nyariki. The 3-hour-long event involves performing exercises in the water. Faith Akinyi for Legends Edition.
On the FKF Premier League, where leaders Posta Rangers lost a chance to go 3 points clear at the top of the league table after playing to a 1-1 draw against the 15th place FC Leopards at the Ulinzi complex here in Nairobi. Kaisi Odhiambo put FC Leopards ahead in the 3rd minute before Posta Rangers equalized late in the second half to share the spoils. In other matches, defending champions Gor Mahia were held to a barren draw by Muranga at the Moi International Sports Centre, Kasura, Nairobi, while Derek Nsimbasi's second half brace propelled Bandari FC to a 2-0 victory over Kariobangi Sharks. KCB Nairobi beat Bidco United 3-0. Tusker FC thrashed Nairobi City Stars 3-1, while Shaban FC edged Nzoia Sugar by 2-1 at the Raila Odinga Homa Bay Stadium today. Now, Anthony Kipchirchir and Catherine Relin are the champions of the 8th edition of the Chemsusu Half Marathon held today in Baringo County. At the same time, Laser Hill Academy will square it out against Ndura Sports in the Chapa Dimba Rift Valley Regional Final tomorrow in Nakuru.
Anthony Kipchirchir and Catherine Relin are this year's Chemususu Half Marathon champions. Kipchirchir clocked 1 hour, 3 minutes and 35 seconds to win the men's title, ahead of Jackson Kipleting and Emmanuel Bor, who finished the 21-kilometer race in 2nd and 3rd positions respectively. Catherine Relin clocked 1 hour, 12 minutes and 18 seconds to win the ladies' title, ahead of Winnie Kimutai and Edith Chepchumba, who followed in 2nd and 3rd positions respectively. Winners in both categories pocketed 250,000 shillings each, while silver and bronze medalists walked home with 150,000 and 100,000 shillings each respectively. Meanwhile, Rift Valley's defending champions Laser Hill Academy will play PSC Langa in the Chapadimba Rift Valley Regional Final tomorrow at the ASK Showground in Nakuru. Playing against Mwenge FC in a fully packed stadium, Laser Hill came from behind to beat Mwenge 4-1. Joseph Ndungu opened the scoring for Mwenge FC in the 15th minute, but Brian Kamau, Mayen Akwei and Martin Mashala scored 4 goals for Laser Hill. In the other semi-final, PSC Langa knocked Ndura FC out 6-5 on penalties after a 2-all draw. In the girls category, Wieta girls will face Nakuru's Trinity Mission. Wieta advanced to the final after defeating All Melil FC from Narok 2-0, while Trinity Mission booked their spot in the final after beating Itigo girls from Nandi 2-1.
On the international sporting scene, we have the English Premiership, where 2 goals in stoppage time sealed a dramatic 2-1 victory for Wolves over Tottenham Hotspurs in the Premier League early kick-off match at the Molino. Mario Lemina scored in the 7th minute of the additional time to hand over